pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll open with our activity reports. I attended the safety meeting where we talked about workplace accidents and some upcoming things keeping our mind on, updating the emergency action plan. Dan's working on that. I've got the emergency operations plan that we're working on. So things going well there. Also had a policies and procedures meeting where we talked about updating the nuisance properties ordinance. Spent a significant amount of time talking about that and how we can revisit it. And where we left off is the League of Minnesota Cities has a proposed ordinance. And I said we should take a closer look at that and maybe just revise the whole thing to fit what the league has put together. So that's what I've got there in terms of activity. Otherwise, I know nobody cares when I sit here and pontificate, but it's my privilege in this role, so I'm going to do it anyway. As city councilors and city representatives, I think we are among the most responsive to our constituents in addressing what they need and listening to them and responding, and I think that's true across the state. And I think as you climb that ladder up through the state government and the federal government, you get further and further away from the people. And over the last month, we have seen the federal government force itself upon our state and kill 2 of the citizens of this state. Justified or not, 2 people are dead because the federal government is in our state. We did not ask for it. The mayors of Minneapolis and St. Paul did not ask for it. But we have a president who says we need to have it because he knows better than those who represent the people in this state. And we are told that we should sit back and take it, and that if we're quiet, it'll be over sooner. That if we sit back and stay quiet, then this will all be done. And I was just in court last week on a domestic violence case, and I thought, how many times was my client told to be quiet so that it will just be over sooner? And I don't think that we can stay quiet when people are being murdered by the government that's supposed to protect our people. So, I am pleased that it sounds like the president has listened to the mayor and the governor and is looking at withdrawing some of the Gestapo troops from Minneapolis. That is my editorialization. I know people in this council disagree with me, but there it is. We can talk and have rational conversations about immigration reform and deportation needs without having to resort to the kinds of things that we've seen. And I'm hoping that we can continue listening to the people of this state rather than thrusting the will of the bully in the Oval Office upon us. So it's easy to sit back and say, we're white, we don't have anything to worry about. But I think the second that any right is trampled upon, it affects all of us. And it's our duty to stand up for it and to protect and uphold the Constitution that we all swore an oath to, no matter if it's affecting us or not. Anyways, I'm pleased to see that hopefully cooler heads are starting to prevail, and hopefully this can all come to an end. And in the meantime, I pray for those who are no longer with us, whether they've been deported and their families are grieving or what's going on. Anyway, that's what I've got. Paul?
Last Tuesday night, I was at Stearns County Municipal League out in Richmond, the bowling alley. Just some small talk, minor discussions, but on May 19th, we're going to be sponsoring the meeting. It's going to be at the brewery. We'll have Janelle Kendall, Steve Soika there, the Stearns County Attorney and Sheriff, along with many other council members, support staff, and mayors from around Stearns County. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Megan?
Thanks, Sean. I had the policies and procedures meeting that the mayor mentioned, which we just, the nuisance ordinance, as mentioned, and other basic beginning of the year things were covered. That's all I had.
Neil?
I went to the Chamber of Commerce annual banquet, and they had a speaker from the University of Minnesota, talked about small cities and how to keep them vibrant, and we'll probably discuss some of that at our retreat.
Okay.
And I also went Tuesday night to Stearns County League, and the new commissioner was there, Bob Johnson, and he talked about himself and what his plans are. And then Wednesday was Green Roof, and the biggest thing there, they're remodeling, put in recessed lighting, and gonna do some ceiling repair, texturing.
All right. Did we get a date on that next Stearns County meeting? I'm sorry if somebody said it and I
Yeah,
forgot.
Paul said it, the 19th of May.
19th, 6 o'clock, brewery.
Double check.
All right, Donna?
I also attended the Chamber of Commerce annual meeting, and my other two boards were canceled, so that's it.
Okay. Thank you. Department head reports. Dan?
Well, when the guys get a chance, they've been working on trying to get moved into our new building and kind of get that set up so we can do better work for repairs on equipment and get our tools moved over, and that type of thing. Been helping out the liquor store with some of their sewer issues. This week, the plumber will be back to see if we got to go to further remedies. Hopefully not, but there may be some more work to be done there. We had been losing some water. The guys were trying to figure out where the water went. We weren't quite sure, but today we found out we have a water leak on 210 East 23rd, or Highway 23. So we had raw water out today to do some sounding of it, found a valve that was chattering. So we got another company coming to try to pinpoint it because it's not coming to the surface. So we got to try to locate that down and dig it up and make that repair. So that's probably the big excitement for this week is probably have be digging along the highway.
I'm sure you're really looking forward to that.
My boss is going to do the digging. So.
Okay. Do you want to talk about running water if it gets too cold?
Oh, yeah. And we've started informing people. The guys have done a good job of checking water around town. It's starting to hit 40 degrees, so we're starting to warn the normal people on the list. I was just working on that before I came in here. I've called several. I got a list of letters to send out to some others and some more numbers to call tomorrow.
That, the leak you were talking about, am I right, that's just over by the vet clinic? Just right out here?
It'd be between Voss and our new building.
Okay, it's a little bit further. Google Maps is lying to me. So I was gonna say, didn't we just have
Pretty
one?
much straight down Garfield and into the south side of the highway.
Brad, I'm looking at you because you would have been here. We had one a few years ago at like Lake in 23, didn't we? Just right up by Lens. Okay. Maybe I'm misremembering. All right, so that's not it. I was gonna say, if it broke again, we've got a problem, but difference.
I discussed with Chuck that we maybe need to take a look at that line because the guys had said the history of that line has had bans put on it in the past.
Okay.
So we might need to move that up on our priority list.
Thank you. Any questions for Dan? Sir, Tarek.
All right, let's see, not much to report that hasn't already been reported. I was at the Stearns County Municipal League on the safety board meetings that were already mentioned. And we had a call on the library with the architect and the Friends of the Library, and what we'd like to do this time is similar to what we did last time, is host an open house and invite members of the, residents to come and take a look and comment and ask questions. So we're thinking about picking a date that works for everybody, and right now we're looking at dates towards the end of February, early March. So once we have a date, we'll announce it, and of course, we welcome the public to come join us and comment and discuss the library. And then ongoing discussions, Chuck and Dan have been involved in this as well with AMPI on their pre-treatment project. So we keep on having discussions there, but I think we're at the point where they need to decide on the best way to get the financing done. So we'll continue to talk about that and try to have a plan for that for them soon. That's all I got.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for Tarek? All right, moving on. Anybody here for the open forum? Okay, I'll move on to the consent agenda. Includes the minutes listed on page 1, vouchers on page 2 totaling $380,206.09, and entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll move to approve.
Motion by Brick, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Thielen. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None? Motion carries. All right, surplus fence. Dan, anything more we need to discuss about this?
We brought it up in the past, and there was some interest by the police department to make use of that fence. Since then, they've said they don't want it or need it. I verified that with Paul. It's sitting on a trailer. We would sure like to get rid of it so we have use of our trailer again.
Makes sense. And entertain a motion to sell it.
I'll make a motion to declare the chain link fence, poles, and brackets from well sites as surplus property and advertise for bids on the city's website and Facebook page.
A motion by Thielen, is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Brick. Any further discussion?
I guess I'd like to, is this fence, our new shed, wouldn't that be something to put in on the boundary behind the building? Instead of putting up a new one someday?
We don't have any plans to put up a fence there. I know people,
I think sooner or later we're gonna need one because someday there could be another apartment back there. And
personally, to me, fences are garbage catchers. If you put up that fence, you're gonna have a lot of debris blowing back there, and it's gonna be a continual cleanup, and we've discussed it down at the shop, and we don't feel the need for it. Maybe council feels different, but
well, I hate to get rid of this and then a year from now we're buying a fence.
Yeah, we should worry about that when the time comes, because we don't know if we're gonna need a fence or not.
Right, but I don't wanna buy one when we have this, if that's the intent.
But they want to use their trailer.
Right. Well, I think, again, I'm going to go back to kind of the discussion we had the last time with the snow plowing equipment. I have faith in our department heads that they're going to run their departments. And if they're saying they don't have a use for this fence, then we're going to rely on that. In a year from now, if we have to eat some crow, we'll talk about how it tastes at that time.
I vote to be no then, right?
Yeah, so. But for right now, we've got a motion, a second, to declare the fence a surplus and list it for sale. I'll call the question. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion does carry. Thank you. All right, new business. Tarek, on the bond review.
Yeah, well, let me go my bond thing here, but,
Hold on. Brad, I should have asked, did you want to get out of here? Do you want me to?
How far down the line am I?
You're next, but I don't know how long. Okay.
okay, well, I mean, we receive the bond report, we receive this every year. Just to give a summary and a highlight, I put a few comments in there, but we have 8 bonds outstanding, roughly 8 point, oh, what did I put down here? So it's not even in here. Anyway, I'll get the total from here.
8.3.
8.3 million, 8 bonds outstanding. Our credit rating is still AA minus, which has been for a couple of years. And if we look at the surrounding area, that's still pretty high standing. I mean, if we compare ourselves to Sauk Center, also AA minus, Waite Park is AA, and Cold Spring is A. So our credit rating compared to our surrounding community is still pretty high. And then, yeah, these 8 bonds outstanding, the newest one, of course, being the liquor store. And then we have the 2013 water note, which will be the first one ending soon. So overall, I think we're in healthy shape.
We ask it every year. The answer's been no for the last couple, but I'll ask it again. Any worth paying off this year to clear something up early?
No, because the interest rates that we're paying on these bonds are pretty low, so might as well keep that going.
Then we are paying some off this year just as part of the schedule, correct? Or is
Yes.
that next year?
Nope, well, every year we pay some off.
Anyone on the council have any questions about the bonds? All right, thank you, Tarek, for the report. Now, Brad, we've got a new request. In the past, the city's partnered with the city of Litchfield to share building inspector duties. Unfortunately, Mr. Tews passed away last year. Recommendation is to partner with Meeker County for when our building inspector is out of the office or we respond to that call. There's a proposed agreement in here. Brad's here if anybody's got questions, but anything else you want me to share?
No, it's just so that we can go on vacation or be sick.
Yeah.
Now you want to be sick. All right. I guess. So you think this is the best option? Okay. Then I'll move to approve the Meeker County City of Painesville Joint Powers Agreement for Building Code Inspection Services, Backup Building Code Inspection Agreement.
Motion by Brick is stated on the action sheet. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Hersberg. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None? Motion carries. Thank you. Thank you. All right, insurance agreement with the school.
That's pretty routine. They're just asking that we're listed as additional insured on it.
I think this is our agreement with them, if I recall correctly from last year.
Yep.
So this is just something to satisfy all the insurance companies and the lawyers that everybody's properly insured.
Yep, they keep
Looks
asking
in
us.
order, so I'd entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion to approve agreement between the City of Painesville and Independent School District 741, Painesville Area Schools, for the use of city property.
Motion by Hersberg, as stated on the action sheet. Is there a second?
Second.
I think I heard it from Donna first. All right, any further discussion on this? Hearing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None? Motion carries. All right, we have a donation to the police department.
That's a tough one.
I know, this is really hard. I think we're gonna reject it. Neil is generously donating $150 to the police department. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, the generosity. We just need a motion to formally approve and accept that.
That's nice. I'll move for the city to accept the donation of $150 from Neil Hersberg.
Motion by Brick, is there a second?
Second.
Again, I heard it from Donna first. Gotta be quicker there, Paul. I would note, Neil, I assume you plan to continue to abstain from this.
I do.
Yeah. All right, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion carries, with the abstention, of course. With that, then, we have our informational here. There's December month end, annual pay equity report. We are in compliance there. There's some rental assistance programs from the county available. Police department reports, upcoming League of Minnesota Cities reports, liquor store reports, meeting schedule. Stay warm, everyone. Check your water. Make sure it's not freezing up. With that, we'll be back in a couple weeks.